Ready for our first guest today? Yeah. Again, this person needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce her anyway, because I like it. At the moment, she's currently got a programme on Radio 3, The Verb, which is Love is a Battlefield. But I'm not going to say more of that. You can read about it all in the brochures and everything, but to me she's a brilliant poet. She's well worth hearing, and she's the best thing to come out of Wigan since the pie. It's the wonderful Louise Fazackerley!
Hello everybody, it's lovely to be in Bolton. I feel like I've been bigged up a bit. It's going to be amazing. No, I'm not doing the amazing show, I'm just doing all my own stuff. God mentioned Love is a Battlefield, which was the show I wrote for the radio. I'll do 2 poems out of that today, but I'm just going to do a bit of a mix-up, really, a bit of a mash-up. Okay, so I thought I'd start with 2 poems about me and my journey to poetry, really. So this first one is one of the first poems I wrote and performed and did a slam at Bolton. I think I come second or third and got a bottle of wine. I was like, yes! In fact, I think you got the other bottle of wine. And I was like, oh, can I swap? Because I want red. Okay, I'll just do it once. This is the Commuters. Bodies clotted together, legs knotted, faces blotched and blotted. We commute. Stood up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Pulses, pulse, sweat glands seep. Lego men and work were Barbies. Office chic were office sheep. And I'm just a mouse on a wheel, strapped for cash till I've strapped on the blinkers, become a company thinker. I've stopped the drastic rewire. I've stopped dreaming big dreams. Now I just tinker. I'm part of the team. Tap, 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 fingers do the walking. Tap, 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 headset, mindset does the talking. This plastic self corrupts with stealth. Computer. We begin to hate the rain, and I love the rain. Tap, 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 it pours on my window, and out I rush to stand with the smokers, face upwards, gleeful. My cheeks are wet, my cold hands wings, and yes, friends, these are a few of my favourite things. Colleagues, don't straitjacket me back inside. Don't make me sing your company song. I'm not a commuter. I don't belong. And then I ended up saying, sack it, I'll be a poet full time. I am dreaming big dreams, now I am reaching for the stars. I generally don't like poems about writing, but this is one of the more recent things I've written, so I thought, I'll share this about writing. It's called Light Catchers. I think the prompt for this was to write about some sort of animal. It was on 52. I think some people have done 52, which is like a Joel Bell poets kind of collaborative, and she gives you a prompt every week. So the prompt was to write about animals, and this was one of the things that I came up with. Light catchers. Science still doesn't know the why of this simple thing. The earth turns, earthworms are repelled by light. But as all the sky falls down around me, I'm honeysuckle fed, awake, compelled to stumble through damp air to seek a white sheet, pegged to a washing line in the woods at night. A makeshift, backlit stage to mark. Now, wings thrown upwards, awkward as elbows, like a raincoat, flaps and flails. I find a landing of head torches. A slow-moving constellation of readers and watchers and lepidopterists. Ovum, larvae, adults, wretched things. I walk my anxious walk, round, 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 one eye more open than the other, just trying to see the truth of it. Just as bees use the sun to navigate, I write in pheromones of fear and fascination, scared of the poison waiting in the bell jar, scared of the pen, a pin for your collection. We're all failing to fly in the space between raindrops, but I'm still trying to find an angle of flight to the moon. And again, I worked for a long time in the social sector with vulnerable families and vulnerable girls, and I was probably a bit of a vulnerable girl when I look back on it. So this poem is a bit about me, it's a bit about the girls I've worked with, and it's a bit about the girl who lived next door. It's called Girl Next Door. That baby next door, she is boozing like a badass. That baby next door, she's all backcomb, orange, eyelash. She is vodka, that's her bottle. But I've seen her suck her thumb. It's a funny sort of milkshake, but the boys still come. That baby next door, she's flicking cig stumps in me garden, and the boys are buzzing round and they're all revving rips and add-ons. That baby next door sees a lot of ultra violence, and I don't know if it's better when she's wailing or she's silent. And I hope it's a summer of picking daisies for her, not a daisy chain summer where she loves him not, she loves him, she loves him not, she loves him, she loves him, she loves him, she loves him not at 14 years old, at 14 years fraught, half sherbet inside, blown alive, blossomed on school fields, parks, battered cars. She slaps roaming hands and wears lacy bras. Sugar-coated to his 18 years big. Oh, what big tawny eyes he had. To seeing her, little old, little told, little souled, her, a woman, a lover, a mother, a wife, his job seeker's distraction, his council castle princess. They sat, talked, picked petals till the days of summer were done, and the sun-spelled dandelions were winter white and wise, old heads on young stems. Predictable, she loves him not, he's once upon a next week deadbeat, make some money on a bit of weed. Callum, you smoked all the profits. This Prince Charming isn't the one, and she sighs about what a big girl she's become. And she goes to boxing. And she goes to boxing for the noise. She goes to boxing for the boys. And she's boxing for the boys, boxing for the noise, boxing for the come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. 1, 2, keep chin down and you'll be the hardest girl round town. And she even gave up smoking so she had some money to train. And she even ran to school because she had boxing on the brain. 1, 2, keep chin down and you'll be the hardest girl round town. But to fight or not to fight, that is the question. Whether it's nobler to suffer the slings and sparrows pecking at your head, and that crow is getting bolder, she should back off, like I told her. Outrageous. Lady Fortune, Lady Luck, which way should she go? Because she's stuck between a bus stop and a hard place. She doesn't want a criminal record, but she's got to show a hard face. And she just wants to feel safe. She just wants to feel safe. That was the Girl Next Door bit. And this is another poem. This is like an old faithful. Lots of people have not been before. So wow, that was great. Maybe not. So this next poem is based on an event when one of the women down our street who has got an addiction problem knocked on my door, and this is what occurred. It's called Bird Street. Knock, knock, knock. There's a beggar at the door. There's a baghead at the door. There's a fallen angel. There's a woman, there's a whore, sent Mary of methadone knocking to come in, child-sized needle thighs, questioning me with lucid eyes. Her, does anyone keep pigeons on this street? Me, Jesus Christ, why do I always attract the freaks? Her, I found this pigeon, it's struggling to breathe. Me, pigeons are dirty, they carry disease. There's a rat with wings, there's a rat with wings, there's a fallen angel, there's a struggling thing. No vet for a pigeon, no RSPCA, and God knows who will help this smackhead today. Me? Well, I don't keep pigeons, but she shoves a dying hope in a plastic bag through the crack in the door, through the crack of a chance in my pause for thought. And I'm no omnipotent ornithologist. Is it a pigeon, or is it a dove? Me, revulsion, her, love. I'm knocking on another door, missus. Dirty, blonde feathers, fast beating heart, last slack breath. No last rites for a pigeon. A paper sign in Mary's window, house to let, will accept DSS and pets. Fumigators in and vermin's out. And my house stinks of death and faith and doubt. Final poem based on our street. I have moved, you know what I said last week. I'm in the world, I'm going to stand it. Okay. This is, based on our street. I'll just crack on with it. Because we're running out of time, I want to do all loads of points. Microscope. No curtains in his window, no internal doors, an out-of-tune piano on bare floorboards. This summer, wasps swarmed in our street, like a sneeze against the skyline, magnified, black, buzz, 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 buzzing a tornado in his chimney stack. The council come to help him out. He barricades the door, he nips out the back, down the back, round the corner, to the corner shop. He's got a bee in his bonnet, full of loose change and foreign coins, shrapnel. He's 5p short of the full amount. He walks back up our street, his carrier bag full of boxes shaped like pills to cure his pneumonia. What have you got there? A good neighbour asks. 40 boxes of toothpaste, he replies. A box for every year. I'll use it to fill the holes, to keep the wasps out. It's past Halloween, but there's still bats in his belfry. Past Christmas now, though the Christmas decks have been up all year. He's half man, half beard. He's got eyes of mercury, drawings stuck to his window pane, outsider art. Insane, insane just like the Turner Prize, insane just like an artist's eyes. There's no curtains in his window, but there's a rug upon the floor. An old lad up the street has given him a telly and showed him how to hang a door. Mr. Wasp pays him back in weeding, or maybe weed, but the piano's sounding more in tune. His playing pulls us out onto the street. We talk from front doors for 5 whole minutes. Smiles are contagious. Technology retreats. Then, through my double glazing and the hush of carpets, I hear a call. Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Today he's in his jeans and his jacket and his bare feet gripping the street. Have you got a tin, mate? A neighbour gets one from the back kitchen, then he's on to next door but one. Rat-a-tat-tat! Check me out in my new hat! He's wearing a silver plastic robot helmet. It hides his face and his head. Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Some like meerkats having a peep. Some neighbours like monkeys screech, all excited now, what's he going to do next, this cuckoo in our nest. He was sectioned on the wall, but he's not sectioned on this street. Someone calls the PCSO, who is kind. Someone rings his sister. And the kids call him Mr. Wasp. And I admire his dress sense, and he speaks sense when he's not lost in the buzz and the nonsense. It's not exactly contagious. He's got a bee in his bonnet. It's not exactly contagious. He's got bats in his belfry, and we all get stung from time to time with wasps. Wasps in our chimney breast, and we ward ourselves against bad thoughts with family, or friends, or strangers, and helpers, and walking, or making, or painting, and talking. More talking, please. More making, please. Because every winter, summer, spring, in every street, wasps swarm like a sneeze. I've got 3 poems left here. These next 2 are out of the show, Love is a Battlefield. Cheerful stuff. It's all about my family's experiences of being soldiers and war in Afghanistan, then coming home, and about post-traumatic stress disorder. It's cheerful. So this first one is called Daddy's Boat. She made you a little boat with a margarine tub bottom and an orange paper sail. I can't fold that into a British Forces post office email. You missed her first day at school. You missed her nativity play. 6 months tour. Your theatre is war. You ring insecure on an unsecure line. I witter on. House, kids, work. Omitting drinks with a male friend, paranoid thoughts, another insurgent. Your letters bleed a sleepless hell of gunshot wounds and hobbled little boys. Pack them up and patch them up and send them on to guns, not toys. And I can't think straight about the things you're learning while she is learning. What you're destroying while she is creating. I'm almost hating you, the army, and this world. Shake myself and get a grip, there must be more to life than this. With a bright idea and a bit of hope. Protect this childish, fragile boat. I get a shoebox to send to Afghanistan, tissue paper crumpled in. I can't let you sink, I need you to swim. So put all your death-long days and your loneliness and all the scary stuff into this boat she made for you. The love should stop it seeping through. Oh, somebody stop this happening to us. Somebody stop this happening to me. When you come home, we'll launch that boat, and you and I will be free. Next one, I went on this urban writing course. I won it. It's dead good. Go on, man, if you can win one. It was bloody expensive. But one of the prompts was look at a photograph and write from a photograph, and we were given these poems, right? And this is my property. Passing Out Parade, 1998. If this were a wedding picture, you'd be marrying your dad. Centre stage is her like a yard brush, is Tash like a prison officer's. Chief bridesmaid, your poor man. The awkward angles of her crap blue suit. Ah, I see you managed to get your brother out of the pub. Right wing. Your sister is meek, beautiful and mute. Downstage left, a blondie stands in my place to be. Big jugged and bright, she's on her way out, the great escape. You are too narrow. Peaked cap jammed on. I can't see your eyes. I don't know you yet. Your backwards family all face forward and no one touches. Peg dolls, the lot of you. Yet another one-sided conversation. poem. And I think, I mean, all this election, I couldn't get out of bed on Friday because of the election stuff. But I suppose it kind of relates to that, even, yeah. And this is called Angie's Horse. And I wrote it because someone had said, oh, I'm rubbish, I wrote it because someone had said, let's write a poem about a horse. And I was like, oh, I'm not posh, we're not rural. I don't have any stories about horses. I don't. And then I thought, oh, I do. I remember my first time I read on an arse. And sometimes when I say arse, it sounds a bit like arse. So if that cheers the poem up in any way for you, feel free to go down that route. Angie's arse. Estate rats, we run the maze with ease to a triangle of green between the high-rise flats. This girl, she brings this horse from nowhere, this young brown horse, to our arena. A sign pauses in its fall, a stuttering tick at 10 to 10, 10 to 10, 10 to 10, 10 to 10 to 10, 10, 10, it's cowboy time. A sign pauses in its fall, a stuttering tick at 10 to no all games allowed. And it's too hot to stay in, sardine packed. The families are out, out, out. The pensioners asleep, leaving us, the in-betweens. We line up to take turns. Angular boys, streaks of girls. Angular boys, streaks of girls. Shut the fuck up, you'll scare the arse! When so much glass has been smashed, the fragments are beautiful. Alleys and ginnels and cut-throughs are a tarmac sky, waiting for waves of children, a gallop of children, the sea. We rub each other's tide marks, a circumference of cheap. And I have never ever been on an arse. My God. My goal goes too quick, and I don't vault A-starred from this carousel, because wooden desks don't work as wings. Instead, I watch perms bounce like pogo sticks until the sweating horse has had enough. A scalene shape left on the grass, because nothing is equilateral here. They don't want us to be winged horses. They want us to be wolves or sheep, easily led or benefits cheats. But we rise from Benefits Street, for we find constellations to leap. Thank you.